Hey y'all, what's up? How's it going? So, today's video, as you can tell by the title, whatever, is about my favorite parts of exchange and all the things I've actually really enjoyed being here in Germany. Yeah, exchange is really cool, like, I'm living in Germany, in Europe, in a completely different continent for 10 months. That's insane. And, that's really, really dope. Anyways, actually a couple people wanted me to make this video. So, let's do it. Okay. Some of my favorite moments from exchange, I have my list here, by the way. Some of my favorite moments have definitely been, okay, number one. This is not a number one list of like, number one being the best, number 10 being the worst, whatever. It's just things I liked, and number one is the first thing I wrote down. Also, I wrote this in December, so a lot of things have changed. We'll see how things go. Ew, number one, visiting Heidelberg Castle. Oh my goodness, that castle is so beautiful and so cool. Definitely recommend going there if you're ever in Germany. It's so beautiful, and it's really big too. And when you go on the bridge in Heidelberg, you can see it. You can just look up and see it. It's so cool. Number two, riding the bike home from school with my host sister. I mean, I don't do this right now because it's still too cold in my opinion, so I ride the bus. But in the beginning of the year, when we would ride our bikes to school and home, it was really fun, like coming home and just talking with her a lot. Yeah, I like my host sister. Hike to the castle of Lena, where we talked about past love drama the whole time. Okay, story time. We went on this hike to a castle, and it was like, we were doing this for like 5 hours, like going there, we're there, and then going home. And not even kidding, like the whole time, we were just talking about my love life that I've had forever, like in my whole life. And we were talking about like friend drama, and that's when like she really started to get to know me, because we just talked about my friends and stuff for 5 hours. So she knows a lot is what I'm saying. And if my host sister and I ever got into an argument and she decided to want to like get back at me, she has all the blackmail, all the stuff, all the information. Number 4, playing piano at a class party. So we had a class party, and at the end of it, I went downstairs and I was playing piano, and everyone came down and was listening to me. And I don't know, that was really cool of me, because I kind of felt like that was the first time that people in my class wanted me to be there and wanted to talk to me. So, I mean, yeah, that was really cool in my opinion. Next up, canoeing day with church. So I went on this canoeing day with my church, and the actual canoeing part was not that fun because, okay, I like canoeing, but like, it was just weird. Anyways, but that day I met some people from my online seminary class. I met them in person, and they were so cool, and I had so much fun with them, and I still talk with them fairly regularly, and they like threw me a birthday party, and they're really cool. I don't like get to see them that often because they live 2 hours away, but they're cool. This girl's party, I been to one party when I was here. It was a lot of fun. It was definitely different than any party I've been to in the US, specifically because it was the only party I've ever been to with alcohol. I did not drink, but everyone was a lot more outgoing than I'm usually used to. My friends were kind of more chill back home, so it was cool. It was fun to be there. Track and field. I was briefly involved in the track and field club, and by briefly I mean 1 month. I really enjoyed it, actually. I had a lot of fun. Unfortunately, I have really bad ankles, so I had to stop, but I had a lot of fun doing track and field, and if I didn't have bad ankles, I would definitely still be doing that. Cooking with my host sister. Okay, I don't know if y'all have seen the Thanksgiving video, but my host sister and I have tried to cook a couple times, and one, most of the time it's unsuccessful. Secondly, It's so funny because I don't know what I'm doing. She's trying to follow me because they're my recipes, and it's just great. It's wonderful. You should watch the Thanksgiving video. The majority of it, okay, you have to get through like the first 2 minutes. The majority of the video is just us cooking, and it's so funny. Karaoke with my friend. I love karaoke. I love karaoke, okay? And I was doing karaoke with my friend. And that was really, really cool. Yeah. Seeing the Weinheim castles. Okay, honestly, I just love castles. I absolutely love the castles here. And I've gotten to see a bunch of them, which is super cool. I'm really lucky that I'm in this region because there's a lot of castles here. So there was 2 in Weinheim that I got to go see. Donor. That stuff's good. That stuff, that's a whole reason by itself to do exchange. That is a reason. Going on walks with my host family. We go on walks a lot. We go hiking and we go on walks just whenever. And it's cool because I get to know my host family better. We just talk about random stuff, or we don't talk. We just walk. And it's nice, you know? Hanging out with Vincent. So I was hanging out with there was this exchange student that was here for a couple months from Paris. And he's really fun. He's a party. I love Vincent. He's great. And we went to Heidelberg, and we went to Mannheim a couple times. He came over here and hung out once, and it was a lot of fun hanging out with him. And that was the first time that I really hung out with exchange students, was hanging out with Vincent. And it was really cool to see how our experiences were similar and how I wasn't alone in a lot of my struggles. And so I really liked hanging out with him because, I don't know, it just made me feel a little less alone. Making presentations with my host sister. Okay, another weird thing about me, a little quirk. Oh, I almost fell off my chair. A little quirk. I love making presentations about random things. I made one about my love life since birth. I made one about Tangled characters I would date. I made one about my imaginary closet. I don't know. And I was making some with my host sister, and I we made them about like our friend groups as movie characters, and that was a lot of fun. Spontaneous dance parties. Okay, not so much as often now, but at the beginning of exchange, like beginning of my time here, my host sisters and I would just have random dance parties. Just like after dinner, we'd all just, not me as much, I was usually videoing, but my host sisters would just start dancing, and that was so fun. It was really funny. Yeah, that was fun. Twilight. Okay, to be honest, I'm still not a big Twilight nerd, but I did watch all the movies with my host sister. Finally, I've never seen them before. I read like 1.5 of the books. Honestly, I'm probably not going to finish them, but that was fun because we had something to like look forward to, and we made fun of them basically like the whole time we were watching them. So that was a lot of fun. There was shopping in Heidelberg with my classmates. One time I went shopping in Heidelberg with 2 girls in my class, and that was a lot of fun because it's like the first time I really hung out with people. I think I've been to one of their houses before, but it was like the first time we really hung out. So that was nice. Yeah. Christmas market. Okay, that was so fun. I love the Christmas market. I wish I'd been able to go to more, but a lot of them got shut down because of Corona. But it was really cool. It was definitely different than I expected. I'm not sure exactly what I expected, but it was kind of like the fair, like the shop's part of the fair, you know, but like more cute. And I bought some ornaments there for me and for my mom. So that was cool. Baking bread on a stick over the fire. You know, like, instead of roasting marshmallows, I think we roast marshmallows like once here, but like most time we like have the dough and you like wrap it around the stick and then you roast it over the fire. That's really fun. I enjoy that. You could put like a sausage or something inside it. Trick-or-treating. I took my host sisters trick-or-treating on Halloween, and it was so interesting to me to see like how different it is. Like in the US, all the kids are like, let's go, get the candy, ring the doorbell, and they like race to ring the doorbell and everything. And here my host sisters were like, you ring it, no, you ring it. And I don't know, it was definitely different. I was excited to like get them hyped about it. Late night discussions with my host sister. Like I kind of mentioned earlier, my host sister knows a lot about me. We talk all the time. She's like my best friend here, and yeah, she's really cool. And we've had a lot of good talks about her, about me, about exchange, about life in general. Well, I really enjoy talking with my host sister, so yeah. 10th grade English class. 10th grade English class is like if you're going on a long hike and then all of a sudden someone's like, do you want a fruit snack? And you're like, that fruit snack is the most blessing of a break in this hike. That's 10th grade English class for me. I don't really like school that much, going to school that much. Yeah, there's a lot of things I don't really enjoy about it going here. But that's not necessarily school. It's about more language and me in general. But 10th grade English class is really fun because I understand it, and I feel like people want me there because they ask me for language advice, and the teacher is really interested in hearing what I have to say. And I feel like my English teacher and we talk sometimes, and that's the closest kind of teacher-student relationship I have, closest to the US. And so I like going to English class. Yeah. Okay. Being put in breakout rooms during language class and just talking with the other students. Okay, so at the beginning of the year, all the exchange students in my program had a Zoom German class for like 2 months or something. And randomly we'd get put in breakout rooms, to just do assignments. And after we finished, we'd just talk. And that was really nice to just talk to the other kids that are like basically the exact same as you, but you all have different interests, but you're all doing the same things. And it was really cool. I really enjoyed that. Thrift store with my host sister. We went thrifting one time, and it took us forever to find it. And because there was Baustelle going on, there's construction. And so Google Maps took us through this random field, which we did go through that field, but we ended up turning around. Anywho, and when we were there, we tried on a bunch of stuff. I ended up getting a pair of boots. That was a lot of fun. I love thrifting. I miss thrifting. Okay. Winning Gerhardt the giraffe at the Mannheim Messe. Okay, hold on. I did this little shooting game at the Messe, and I won him. He's so cute. I put this bell on him. This is from Christmas, but isn't he adorable? Anyways, so that's Gerhardt. Yeah. When we got a piano, we got an e-piano. My husband got an e-piano. I was so happy because I'd only been able to play the piano at church a couple times, like when I was waiting for my bus. And so getting an e-piano was really cool. I definitely played it like nonstop for a couple days. I haven't played it recently. I should do that. Anyways, when we got peanut butter, American peanut butter. My host dad ordered American peanut butter one time off of Amazon, and that was so sweet. And I was happy because I do not like German peanut butter at all. So that was cool. Hanging out with the missionaries. I hang out with the missionaries from my church a lot. They're really cool. I hang out with the sisters, and they're like between the age of 19 and 21. So they're only a couple years older than me. And we go hiking, we go to stores in Heidelberg, we hang out, play foosball. Like the foosball table, whatever it's called. I don't know. Anywho, yeah. 8th grade English class. So temporarily I was put in an 8th grade English class while my class was in French because I do not speak French. And it was my host sister's class. And that was a lot of fun because the kids in that class loved me for some reason. I'm not sure why, but it was really funny. And I liked joking around with them. I was only with them for like 45 minutes. I think if I was with them for too much longer, I would not have enjoyed it that much because 8th graders are a different species, I'm telling you. But it was fun. Okay. Going to Heidelberg with Vincent. Again, Vincent and I hung out once when we went to Heidelberg, and we went up to the castle, we went to Five Guys, and he surprised me coming to visit. Like, him and my host sister planned it, and so I was just getting out of church, and I got on my Strassenbahn, and then this dude just comes walking up to me, and I'm like, what? And then it was Vincent. I was like, Vincent, why are you here? What? You live in Paris. So that was really cool. I was really happy to see him. Editing the Thanksgiving video. As I kind of mentioned earlier, the Thanksgiving video was something else. And editing that was the most fun thing. My host sister was just was with me when I was editing it, and we were just watching ourselves be dumb. And let me tell you, I took out a lot of the most embarrassing parts too. That's the thing. The best thing about my YouTube is that the whole thing is just embarrassing, and it's just kind of making fun of myself. But I have so much fun with it, and I like joking. When other people are in the room when I'm editing, though, I tend to get embarrassed. But if I'm editing by myself, it's so fun. Okay, so that was all that I've written down. because I was back in December. I'd say since then, some of my favorite things. What are some of my favorite things since then? Let's go on my Instagram, because I feel like I tend to post about all the cool things I've done. I'd still say like conversations with my host sister are still one of my favorite things. She is really cool. I love her. Going to the temple. I went to the Frankfurt temple for my church, and that was a really, really cool experience to go to. I've already been to a couple back home, but it was nice. It was a bucket list thing for me, you know. Going to the Mannheim, like the university castle thing, that was really cool also. And Austria. I went to Austria and I learned how to snowboard. That was so fun. Yeah. How did I forget that? We were there for like a week and I really enjoyed that. That was so cool. Yeah. Anyways, Weimar. I was in Weimar for several days, and I met like all the other exchange students in my program, and that was one of the best. That was probably my one of like top 3 things of exchange was Weimar, and getting to hang out with everyone. I met some really, really cool people that I'm excited to hang out with the rest of the year, and hopefully I get to hang out with a couple of them when I get back home, go visit them, because we all live in like this side of the US. So yeah. I feel like those are the big things. Oh, when I dressed up as a lumberjack for Halloween, that was funny. I really wanted to dress up, but we were in the Black Forest at times, so I didn't have a ton of stuff. But I had my flannel and I had my beanie and my black jeans, and so I was like, we got this. So I just like made myself a beard and like put my hair over, and so then I put my beanie on, and it was pretty good. Pretty good. I'd say those are big things, you know? I think I should make another list of like the little details like that. But overall, I'd say the things I like most about exchange are definitely my host family, my host sister, meeting the other exchange students. I feel like some of those kids that I met there are gonna be some of my best friends for a long time. I really needed those kids and I didn't realize that, but when I met them, I'm really, really glad I met them. And yeah, and also I've actually had a lot of fun making YouTube videos. I know I'm not very consistent like at all, but I really do enjoy it. I think it's a lot of fun. I don't find my videos interesting, to be honest, and I don't make them for other people, so I'm not really making them for you guys. Love you, but I'm not making them for you. I'm making them for myself, and I feel like when I'm older, I can look back on them and be like, I did that. I went to Germany for a year. I went through hard things, and it was rough, but it was really cool. And yeah. And I've really enjoyed just realizing and being grateful for things I had back home. I think that I took a lot of stuff for granted. I miss some things. And I'm definitely grateful for my new perspective on things I had back home, my new perspective on the world, and on I kind of figured out what I want to do with my life since I've been here, and it's been really eye-opening for me. And I think everyone should do an exchange or a study abroad at some point. Maybe not 10 months. I don't think 10 months is for everyone, but I think everyone should have the experience of living abroad, even if that's for like one of those, like a summer trip, like 2-3 weeks, like through a school thing. I think everyone should go abroad and not just like hit the touristy spots one day. I think everyone should go abroad with the intent to learn abroad. I think education is important. And I would not say my exchange year is an academic year. I mean, obviously it is, but I don't think I've learned anything very much academically. But I think I've learned a lot this year trying versus just like if I came to visit for a long time. And yeah, so all of y'all should do a study abroad, whether that's for 2 weeks or 10 months. But yeah. And if you guys ever have any questions or want some tips for something exchange related, I don't know how good I'd be giving at advice because I low-key suck at advice, but my abroad DMs are always open. Here's my Instagram and here's my blog. Yeah. Choose.